Alrighty, boys, we got ourselves a match here. I'm pulling up the Absol for this one. We are trying to hit 1600 today. We got a pretty good match here. Some solid bands, doing some solo queue. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Trying to hit 1600 this season. I think we got around 6 or 7 days left. I think I might be wrong and it might be 6. But we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. We are around 200 points away. Well, not even that. Like, we're at 14 something right now. But we are around a certain threshold of points to where we can finally hit 1600. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really surprised the Shroudage is trying to take center here. I'll let him have it, I guess. But actually, I'll go up top with Clefairy because I want to make sure I collapse top lane. Really weird with the Shroudage, but I'll let him have it. If I start seeing he fumbles around, then, you know, we'll capitalize there. Zoroark is going to be a pain to fight, but with a Clefable there to kind of nerf the movement and have the healing, it is going to be pretty good, especially for somebody like me who wants to be able to track somebody like that down. So, that's not going to be too bad. Hopefully, honestly, with the team that we got, me and Alolan Raichu can kind of get in there and do what we need to do with a lot of squishies being on their team. And then we can go from there. Because they got a lot of squishies on their team. Umbreon could be a problem though, depending on what moveset he chooses, but a lot of them have been using Mean Look, so that could be an issue. Because if I get caught with Mean Look, Alolan Raichu or Shroudage gets caught with it, that could be a big problem, especially with targets like the Decidueye in the backline and Venusaur roaming around. It's all going to come down to who outplays the other. Me, my personal strategies, I'm going to wait for Umbreon to waste his Mean Look on something else, and then after that, I'll go after the Decidueye and Venusaur. My job is basically to go ahead and gank them, and I'll hopefully have Shroudage if he's any good going after everybody else, while we have Snorlax and Clefable supporting the team. That is kind of what we're looking at here. We'll see how it goes. Now, we do have a XP share as well, so that's also another good thing in this case, because I'm going to get my level 5 extremely quick, and in lane, Absol with level 5 is going to be beautiful. Normally, I would skip these, by the way, but you know, try and get the middle farm pretty quick, be in position for it. Our team, a little bit late, did not get the objective in the middle there, which kind of sucks. I could play a little bit more aggressive, but I do not have the HP to be playing that aggressive, so we're just going to play it safe. Especially considering these are randoms, you never know. I'm just going to stick with the Clefable though, and just be ready to do what we need to do. Zoroark got that. We're a little bit brawling here, but ooh man, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough, but they don't have an XP in their lane, so we should do pretty good. It'd be better if we were able to win some of those. But one thing we do gotta watch for is the jungler. They do have a Decidueye going on down here, going crazy, so that means jungler is not going to be appearing up here, which is a good thing, because if we do win this interaction, then we can go pretty crazy. Now, we get a lot of that. I do get Pursuit, which is really huge. Unfortunately, though, it is on cooldown, so I can't really do much with it. Gotta take this opportunity to score, though, and then we're gonna get out of here. Unless he wants to smoke. I mean, shit. Let me shit. We wanna brawl? Let's brawl. Let's brawl, brothers. And with that interaction, we will get some pretty big W's there. And we're going to steal a lot of the farm. We win that one pretty handedly. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Pretty good interaction. Jungler being in the bottom lane too really helped. Alright. Okay. There's the Mean Look. We did know that was going to come. I'm going after the jungler here. We did get him. I am trapped though, but we can still brawl. And we do win the exchange there. Not too shabby. We took out the jungler and we were able to get their buffs. So not bad. Our jungler also is doing really well in the bottom lane. The bottom lane has been collapsed, which means that they're probably going to focus on our lane at this point, but not too shabby. Once again, as long as I stick with the Clefable, I think we will do well. Because we get to just negate any movement here and do our thing. We do back up here. Don't want to do too much engagement. Especially not there. But we did get the Zoroark. We've been getting him a lot recently here. I think I might have made a mistake rushing in by myself here. Probably. Yeah, that's bad. We all got caught. That's what I was talking about before, is the Decidueye. If they catch us with Mean Look, that could be bad. Really bad. And with that, they just turned it around. They just turned it around big time with that. That was really bad on our part. We got caught by a lot of things there. Okay, Decidueye playing extremely risky. I'll take those. Zoroark is getting kind of cooked here. I'm going after Decidueye here. The freaking Umbreon is on my ass. The Umbreon is on my ass, bro. He's not letting me do anything. That is to be expected. I gotta get somebody here. Oh my god. This is just pretty bad. This is really bad. I couldn't get anything done. Just stunned to hell. I hate to see it, but we did get the Zoroark there in the end. I kind of wasted my ult, though. I didn't get anything done because they just pushed on us like that. Jungle is actually still up, hilariously enough. Oh, he's running... Okay, he's running the... That's a curious set that he's running right there. Okay, well, I got shackled, so not much I can do there. I can do this, though. Oh, the stun! That's... The Snarl stun, oh my god. I couldn't do it. I thought I could kill him in one hit. The Snarl stun, man, that's... He's not running Wish. I thought he would run the Wish set. He's not. Okay, we got a fight down here. We got a big fight down here. Oh, bro, that Umbreon, he's on my ass. I can't get to Decidueye. Every time I try and get to that Decidueye, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. They're just on my ass. Every time I show up, boom. I called it. That thing was going to be a problem. I called it. That Umbreon is going to be my bane of existence because I cannot move. We just need to farm up at this point because that Umbreon is just being a gigantic pain for me to fight. I'm gonna have to wait for him to... I need to start waiting for him to throw out that move a lot sooner so that we can actually get something done. Because, as you can see, without that Umbreon, I can actually do my job here. But with that Umbreon sitting there, man, it is a pain to fight. I'm gonna have to let them handle that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to let them handle that one. Not too sure on why we're pushing towards the enemy goal here. I don't think being aggressive at this point is the move. We've been getting our butts handed to us here on a lot of these. And I think we're actually probably losing here. Alright, I'm level 12 here. I need to start waiting for somebody to bait out that Mean Look though, so I can actually do my job, because majority of them fights that we've had so far have been Mean Look getting me, and then I'm not able to do anything. I do not know what Snorlax is doing all the way over there. Our team is kind of feeding here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go up here and farm though. You got the Zoroark here. There's the Umbreon. Knowing Umbreon is there, he's probably... Yep. That Snarl is gonna be a problem. That Snarl is going to be a problem. We got them, but, oh my god. It's like these trades are getting terrible, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's a death on their part. That stun is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And then setting up for the Decidueye to do his thing, also annoying to deal with. We need to farm and we need to be at a high level. That is what we need to be doing here. We do not need to fight them. A fight right now would be costly. Really costly. We do have 25 seconds till the objective though. Shuruich is on it. I'm gonna help him out because he knows what to do. I didn't think we'd have enough time, but we do have actually enough time, and this could give us a big edge, because now they do have to pay attention to that, unless they decide to leave it, which then we have an opportunity to score. I don't think, me personally, that we should go after it. I'm gonna go and sit with the Snorlax, not gonna lie. They did fall for it, and it's Umbreon too, so that's huge. That is huge that Umbreon and them fell for it. That is really huge. Take out the supports. Take out the Vino. And with that, with the distraction, we were able to get that going. Not bad, not bad. And on top of that, we got the Rotom to go in there. Yeah, the big win condition there was the fact that they got distracted. Now, half of their team was too busy trying to defend against Rotom, and the other half was too busy trying to defend against us playing against the Red. So, not too shabby. I'm gonna steal buffs here. And I'm gonna hide. Oh shit. What do you know? They actually went through the grass and checked everything. I'm just gonna mess around with these guys for a bit. And he's caught. Not bad. We do got 3 on the bottom lane though. 4 on the bottom lane, my bad. Finally got my hands on that Decidueye. Don't know how half our team is dead, but in the end, we were able to clutch it there. We were able to clutch it there in the end. We were able to clutch it. Not my best game, because I kept getting caught by the damn Umbreon. I should have just waited to bait that out. But we were able to get it done. We were able to get it done. And that, my friends, is our first W towards hitting the 1600 goal. 11 kills, though. We didn't do too bad kill-wise. It's just that they got a lot of good counters. 92k damage as well. So our damage output is looking pretty good. Trillage, though, he really did well, so I'll take it. I will take that. Alright, here we are, match number 2. We actually don't have a draft pick here, so you already know your boy is going jungle here in today's match. We don't know who we're going to be fighting against, so I can't really do many counter picks of my own, but my Absol does do decent in jungle, and I have a lot of experience, as you guys probably already know, so you already know the drill. And if you haven't done so already, if you guys are enjoying the content so far, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because we have a lot of gaming content, anime, fighting games, reactions. We do it all over here. So, you already know the drill. Let's go ahead, get straight into it, and see what our enemy team is looking like today for our second match. Not gonna lie, outside of the fact that we don't have a healer, this team is pretty balanced. Oh boy, but they do got the Alcremie. And actually, now I think about it, I'm surprised. What happened to our Alcremie? We had one. I guess he switched to Snorlax? I'm gonna say healer would have been huge here, I'm not gonna lie. Having a healer with a speedster and the all-rounder would have been huge. Because I've got a lot of things I gotta watch out for. For Ninja and Espeon, I'm not too worried about, but Zoroark with this Alcremie could be a problem, and so could the Machamp. Me personally, I think I'm going to get whatever lane the Machamp is in, I think I'm going to gank that lane, because I don't want him getting strong. But then again, I want my Charizard to be strong too, so I'm probably going to gank my Charizard's lane, because I need him to evolve fast. I need him to evolve fast. My top lane is actually pretty good, I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty solid top lane. That is a pretty solid top lane. Alright. Now, once again, for me, the best portion is I don't gotta worry about the hindrances too much. We got Alcremie with Machamp top. That's kinda rough, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if Pikachu and Snorlax will be able to handle that. Hopefully they'll be able to hold on long enough for me to abuse the bottom lane, because the bottom lane is their weakest lane by far. So if I can get some abuse in there, then we'll be good. Honestly, I want to wait for Zoroark to reveal himself before anything. So hopefully we can get that done. I think my top lane's pushing a little bit too far forward there, I'm not gonna lie, for their own good. Top lane is pretty good, bottom lane also pretty good. Just kind of checking to see what's going on here. Okay, Froakie is mad out of position, and so is Zoroark, so we're gonna take big advantage of that and start pressing our advantage. Oh my god, but then Espeon freaking caught me. That's crazy. That sucks. Yeah, they're gonna clean that up. I tried to get Zoroark, but Espeon got me. Espeon got me. That wasn't worth it. I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't worth the trade. Charizard needs to get back into the lane. I'm not gonna lie. That was not worth the trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was not it. Top lane, though, is looking pretty good, at least. So, we at least have that. Charizard's out of position, though, so he's about to get jumped. Alright. I had a feeling. I don't know where Zoroark is, but I'll take the free farm. This is pretty huge for me, because right now we need it. I have no clue what Charizard's doing here. I will take this, though. I will also take that. That's pretty huge. Good rotation also from the Raichu to help stack some points in there, because that means their bottom lane is now gone. And we do have the bottom objective that we can get, which is honestly going to be worth it here for the fight to come. So we might as well get in position to do it. Alright, so we'll clean this up, and at best we'll be in time to actually stop the push. So, at best we'll be in time to stop the push. If not, then it is what it is. Honestly, best case scenario, we let him have it. Unless we think we can fight this out, I'd say we let him have it. Because that means they don't get to push this any further. Not bad. I don't know if a full frontal assault is the best idea, but we can do it. Their Greninja is nowhere to be found. I'll let them handle that. I'm not gonna lie. I'll let them handle that. And I'm gonna go straight back to my jungle here. That is not a fight that I need to stick around for. We also lost the bottom lane, too. What the hell? We lost 2 lanes right there. What? They must have rotated bottom after that. Or at least some of them must have. I mean, they didn't get much off of the Rotom. We got the bottom objective, too. But it sucks that we lost the bottom lane there. I'm trying to farm, but unfortunately my friends here are jungle stealing. Middle farm is indeed gone. I should have gotten that a lot earlier. Some of our guys need to retreat, though, because we're going a little bit too deep for our own good. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit too deep for our own good here. Zoroark is probably gonna catch on to that. That was an ambush that happened down there. Don't know exactly why they were wandering around, but that sucks. That sucks a lot. Especially considering the nonsense we gotta deal with. Now, I did get Greninja there, but I did lose also some health, so I have to reset. I cannot rush into there by myself. Now, this is gonna be a scenario where I actually go for the Rotom, because we need to push an offense here. Unless the enemy jungler is thinking the same thing I am, I should be able to do something. Okay. have wasted his ultimate there. Nice. That's a double kill, baby. That is a double kill. Huge double kill at that. Huge, huge, huge. We can steal jungle here. We can do a lot of things here. Oh, no way. No way, bruh. Charizard, he's right there. No way. Oh, man. That would have been huge. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that really sucks. We got the Alcremie off of that, but not gonna lie, that was not it. And the Zoroark, he got me somehow. That was huge for them. They stopped a lot of what I could have done there. I think they're getting a little bit too thirsty with that. Yep, I'm gonna show myself off. Greninja is just... Jesus, that's not it. That was not it. And he wasted an ult there too, which was also a pretty bad idea in my opinion. I got both of them though, so I'll take it. Pretty clean quick kills, both sides there. Really haven't had too much interaction with the Machamp, I'm not gonna lie. I've not had too much interaction with the Machamp. We do have a bottom objective to get here. Don't know what happened to Snorlax. He just went AFK. Which I might add is not good. These two are folding. Okay, Snorlax is back. Huge opportunity for some... Big ult from Machamp here. Oh, that's huge for them. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting to die there. Snorlax got... We're all over the place. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of sucky. I'm not gonna lie. This is really sucky. Greninja's ripping for some reason. Charizard had his ults basically cancelled. That is a Machamp death, I am assuming. Somebody's dying here. Machamp is right there. Alright. Somebody was ripping Ray, so I needed... Okay, well... I was about to say, somebody was ripping Ray, so I need to get in there, but I guess in this case, we did not have to worry about it, because... We just... I guess the team was able to clutch up there. I'll take it. Ah, shit. They didn't need my help in that one. They did not need my help at that last bit. They did not need my help in that last bit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the team kind of just... It was scattered, but it worked, I guess. It was scattered, but it worked. Not bad. 10 kills, 3 assists. Not my best damage game. Also, I just realized, hold on. Now, there's no way this is actually Spraggles. Nah, it's not Spraggles. Nah, there's somebody... I was gonna say, there's no way that's actually Spraggles right there. Not too bad though. Kind of folded on that last bit. I'm lucky that my team clutched up there. Though I will say, a lot of their teammates were dead from the previous interaction, so that also helped out a bit. But it was a little bit of a mix, but we were able to win that one. I should play a lot more careful though when it comes to those scenarios, because that could have easily gone to the opponent's team if they had not folded the way they did. Alright, and now we are in the third and final match of the video. I'm actually going to choose a different skin for this one. We'll pull out my scarf here. Pull out my scarf for this one, and you already know the drill. We're going to take the jungle for this. On our team, we got some damage reduction with Armourouge. We got Umbreon, it looks like, which could be a healer or a stun. Either way, pretty welcome addition to the team. And we got Mimikyu for some assassin action, while Ninetales has the crowd control. Not too bad. Prefer the healer, but hey, this is also a pretty good mix. Plus, once again, Umbreon can sub as a healer, as I have shown before on streams and whatnot. So, Let's see what they got on their team. They got Lapras, that could be an issue, but they also have Decidueye, Greninja, Meowscarada, and Garchomp. All stage 3 Pokemon. All 3 stage 3 Pokemon. That could be really powerful in the late game if they get what they need in the early game. If I can disrupt that, then we do really well. It really depends on who their jungler is going to be. Meowscarada can be really tricky to fight, especially with Absol. I got to kind of wait for certain things to come out. But if we clutch this up, then I think we can do pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. If we clutch this up, we can do pretty well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the last match of the game. Or the last match of the video, my bad. Last match of the video. Definitely gonna have more matches coming your way, because I'm going to try and hit 16 this season. You know, I've been doing a lot of duo queue with my friend, you know, with the live streams, but I wanted to get some matches in, you know, get some... you know, single player experience in there just because, you know, why not? You know, I haven't played in a little bit. I've been doing a lot of Rebirth of Souls. So I was like, you know what? Let's take a little bit of a breather and keep it up. Now, hilariously enough, Meowscarada is actually not in the jungle. That is really good for me because that means if I gank that lane, I can stop a lot of shenanigans. Eevee is actually stacking. He's probably using an HP item, which would make sense. The HP stacking is really, really good in the early. I can actually come down here early and start doing some damage. Ooh, Garchomp is pretty dangerous. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that. That ain't it. That ain't worth the risk. That is not worth the risk. We learn from our mistakes in these videos. We learn from our mistakes in these videos. Alright, so jungle is about to pop up. I'm going to get it, and then after that, we're going to do our thing. Because we do have Center Farm that could be really big here. Center Farm could be really big if we get it here. Because I could get my level 7, which means I get Sucker Punch, which then means that we can do some pretty big damage. 10 seconds until objective pops. And we are already in prime position for some big damage here, so let's get locked in. With this, that is a really huge death right there. We got the buffs, and we were able to take out Garchomp. Once again, not too bad. And Mimikyu is actually, for some reason, going to actually rotate to the top lane. Pretty good escape by him, but they do have a really weak lane. With what they got going on here. So, not bad. We are going to take advantage of this. And that is going to be a pretty big W, I will say myself, a pretty big W. We do got another fight on our hands though, so I'm going to let them fight it out for a bit. And then, just like that. Way better match than the first time, we just need to keep up the pressure. Just need to keep up the pressure, and that is going to do it. Not a huge overcap, but enough. I'm actually going to get this bottom objective, because that could be really huge for our team, especially right now. So let's go ahead and knock this out. The enemy team is probably going to full force get ready for the top objective. And with that, it is now time to rotate to top. Which right now is not looking too bad. We're actually doing some pretty big damage, and we're just gonna stop that right there. Mimikyu with a big dub. All right, and with everybody basically kind of boxing the enemy team out, we can do some pretty big damage. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. I don't have any points, so I'm gonna farm. That's kind of the gist of things here. Middle farm actually is gone here. Stop that. And you, my friend, are gonna die for that one. And that's also gonna be really huge because we got all those points on the top lane. Might be a surrender match. Don't want it to be. I want to actually have a good last match, but you never know. Some people, you know, they give up hope. Never say never, though. Never say never. Never say die. Our team's a little bit scattered here, I'm not gonna lie. Kinda stick with some people, I'm not gonna lie. This is it. This is not it. Umbreon ready to trap him. We love to see it. And with that, that is going to be one really dead Meowscarada. Greninja ulting here. It's trying to get him out. And, ooh, nice trap. Nice trap. Almost worked, too. Almost worked. If I was not aware, that would have worked. We do have ourselves a team fight, and that is going to do it for the Garchomp. Decidueye got overwhelmed right there. He was trying to figure out who to shoot at, and that is actually a surrender match. That is actually a surrender match. Not too bad. That is actually a surrender match. Yeah. Like I said in the beginning of the video, they had a lot of stage 3 evolutions, so they needed to get their levels, and a lot of them just weren't able to get them fast enough, and we dominated the game. Not too bad. Mimikyu was really going crazy on that one. I myself was also going pretty crazy. We're kind of the 2 killers on our team. Not too bad. But without further ado, that's pretty much going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And this is going to be Shikai Shinobi signing off. The road to 1600 does not stop here. We'll be live streaming tonight. So if you do see this video, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. And also jump into the stream if you do see it, because we are on the grind.